everybody, welcome to the Berns Show. Hey 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 everybody, it is the Berns and welcome to another episode of the Berns Show. I am so excited. I am in my kitchen. I think I'm really finding my groove with the Berns Show in the kitchen. I am loving it. So welcome everybody. I'm just gonna wait until my my phone comments catch up with my screen comments, but I'm just having an awesome warm protein shake right now in my cup, in my love cup. Look at my love cup. So yeah, I've really been enjoying these Berns Show episodes. Actually, can I make a confession? So last night I could not sleep because I was so excited about last night's episode of the Berns Show, and I was also just pumped up and just revved up after my yoga class, and I laid in bed next to Dali, who was snoozing away so peacefully. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Let me check out how that Berns Show thing actually turned out, because it was a bit laggy. And for some reason, it's really laggy again today. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's something in my settings, in my OBS software. I don't know if I can even check that when I'm broadcasting. But anyhow, it is all good. It is all good. So one of the things that I was loving about watching myself, first of all, you have to understand that watching myself and loving what I see as I watch myself is definitely a new experience for me. Because usually I don't. I've hated how my voice sounds. I've never enjoyed watching myself. So I have to say that just the fact that I'm able to enjoy watching myself on camera is a huge breakthrough for me. It is like really, really, really huge. So I know that there are some live broadcasters out there who are watching. Tell me, do you find that as well? Do you find it hard to watch yourself back on camera? It is a real challenge. Anyhow, I have what my real question of today is this. What I want to know is, what do you struggle most with when it comes to your health, fitness, weight loss, energy, increasing goals? What do you struggle with the most? Because so many of us really struggle. Hey, Peter, thank you for dropping in and saying hello. How are things over in Poland, man? So we are talking about our health and fitness goals and how we can use and harness our mindset and the law of attraction to realize our goals. Because I think this is something that we all really struggle with and we're all kind of working on together. And last night's show was amazing. I had so much fun on there. And one of the reasons why I had so much fun is because we had some amazing participants in the show. So please feel free to be active. Feel free to type your question, your comments below, in terms of what when it comes to your health and fitness goals, what do you struggle with the most? That's what we're talking about today. And while we are doing that, I'm also finishing my roasted beet and potato soup that I started last night on last night's episode. And I have to tell you, it is smelling like heaven in here between my pumpkin chocolate mint latte. Smell-o-vision. Seriously, Facebook needs to come up with smell-o-vision. So I just learned about using my protein powder warm instead of cold, and I love it. It really is a nice change from the ice cold drinks. So again, guys, feel free, jump on here, say hello. Where are you tuning in from? Corrine, I know you're tuning in from Kenya. Oh my God, my girlfriend from Trinidad is having the adventure of her lifetime. In Kenya, of all places. Have you been able to get out to the orphanages yet, Corrine? Because I know that's one of the things that you wanted to do. But yeah, jump on, say where you guys are logging in from. I'm going to give, hi babe, I'm going to give you guys a chance to get your feet wet, get your fingers typing, and start really chatting it up. Because I'm telling you, my favorite shows whenever I watch this back are always the ones where you guys are participating and you guys are really the co-hosts on the Berns Show. Isn't that so totally awesome? I think that is just such a great concept. So because of that, I do not want to rush through the show. I want to really enjoy and explore this topic with you guys while I cook, because I'm a badass cook in the kitchen. My mom was an amazing, beautiful, accomplished, brilliant creator in the kitchen. I don't know if I should call her a chef, or she was way more than a cook. She was a master. She was a master chef for sure. And every time I cook something, I always think of my mom. She kind of always is here with me in the kitchen. She made her transition to the other side about 17 or 18 years ago. I'm forgetting now. But she's always with me. She's always with me, which is great. So, Mom, thank you for the inspiration for today. And yeah, so we're cooking. We're cooking with the Berns. I think that's going to be a really awesome name for my cooking show, Cooking with the Berns. But we're going to try not to burn anything. It has happened before on numerous occasions. Naya, oh my gosh, girl, you are killing it on your Facebook Lives. I love it. And you know what? You had mentioned before that you had a little bit of a apprehension about doing your Facebook Lives because English is not your first language. But I have to tell you, girl, you are killing it on your Facebook Lives. I love your accent. You are adorable. You are gorgeous. And I love the message that you have. You have these little short 1 or 2 minute Facebook Lives that you're doing, actually Instagram Lives that you're sharing on Facebook. And I just love that. I really, really love that. So again, we are finishing up my roasted beet and potato soup from that I started on the Berns Show last night. And we are talking about how to harness our mindset so that we can really live our healthiest life, really get over the struggle that so many of us have within ourselves when it comes to our weight, our energy, our overall health in general. I mean, you guys know my story. In case you don't, I'll give it to you really in a nutshell. But I am basically a law of attraction breakthrough specialist. So I have broken through some incredible barriers that I have had myself in my life. In the last 5 years in particular, since I've started working really intently and deliberately with the law of attraction. And one of the things that I've broken through with is my health and my weight. Like, I have struggled my entire adult life, really since having my first daughter 21 years ago. But even before that, I remember the struggle, and the struggle is real. The struggle is not ever completely absent for me either. Like, I still have to work on it every single day. I still have to work on maintaining a really good sense of myself in my body. That whole body image thing, you know, a lot of people look at me and they think, oh, Berns, you're so tiny and you're the perfect size, and you know, you're my goal weight, or I've heard it all. Like, I can't be healthy enough or unhealthy enough to make your dreams come true for your own body. That's something that you have to do. But I'm just letting you know that because I think I've struggled my entire life with my weight and my body issues, my body image issues, it takes a long time to really replace that momentum with positive momentum about your body and about my body image. And I still struggle with it. It's funny, last night I have this beautiful big full-length mirror right next to our bed. It's pretty awesome. And it's on my side of the bed. So every time I get into bed, I see myself, right? And last night as I was getting into bed, I thought to myself, oh, what is with that cellulite? I'm not liking, I didn't notice that before. What? And then I immediately said to myself, Berns, get over it. You're just seeing yourself in a weird way for whatever reason, and you need to love yourself, even your cellulite. So I work on this and I struggle with it all the time. So let me know, for those of you who are also on, and we all are, aren't we all kind of on a health journey? Aren't we all sort of on a journey to live our best life within ourselves? Let me know, do you struggle with that? Are you able to look in the mirror and really love and own what you see in that mirror? It's a real journey, right? It's a real thing. It's not like once you have a good sense of yourself that way, it's like a certificate that you can put on the wall that says, I love myself and I value myself and I have a great sense of my own body image. Like, it's a daily practice for me, anyhow. For me, it's still a daily practice, which I welcome and I love and I embrace, because that's what makes me me. So I'm just looking over here at my phone just to check on my comments. Guys, say hello. Where are you watching from? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. This is not the place to be shy. You're going to jump on here and you're going to start chatting with me to make this a really awesome and fun show. Ask me your questions. Tell me, what do you struggle with the most? What do you feel that you need a little bit of a breakthrough in your health and wellness? I know we all struggle with something, and that's why I wanted to come on and do this again, kind of as a repeat from last night, to really explore and look at how we can really maximize our mindset to really live in a truly happy state within our minds about what's going on here with our body and our health. So that's my goal today. And while we're doing that, I'm also going to be finishing up my amazing roasted beet and roasted potato soup. So I started this last night, and here's what I did. First of all, I'll put the recipe up on the wall, on my wall later on today. But basically what I did is I roasted, how much would I say? How many beets was that? I don't know, maybe about 10 beets. I think we counted it. It came up to about 5 cups of beets roasted up that we put into a pot. I just sauteed some onions in some olive oil, added some garlic, got that nice and caramelized, and then I threw in the beets, which were already pre-roasted. I roasted them in the oven at 350 for, I'm going to say about 3 hours in the skin. And then after they roasted, I took them out, I peeled them, I chopped them up, and I put them in the pot with the sauteed onion and garlic, sauteed it in some nice extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, to quote Rachel Ray. Let me just have a sip of my protein. By the way, I'm having the most delicious, I wish you could smell it. I wish we had smell-o-vision. The most delicious pumpkin spice chocolate mint latte, which is nice and warm and which tastes amazing. And it's a full meal as well, which is beautiful, because I'm really busy and I don't have time to, even though I'm cooking, funny enough, sometimes I just don't have time to get all my meals in. I like to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So this is perfect for me to get solid, amazing, super nutrition into me to stay fueled up for the day. So where was I on the recipe? So yeah, I also did about the same amount of potatoes, chopped them up, rough chopped them up. I pre-roasted them in the oven, just sprinkled with a little bit of olive oil on the potatoes, a little salt and black pepper, and roasted those off for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And now I've got it all, and then I added some organic chicken stock and just cooked it down. I added 3 bay leaves, and before I came on today, I took these babies out because we're going to be blending the soup, and you don't want these bay leaves in the soup while you blend, so you want to take those out. And that's basically it. So I was telling a really funny story yesterday about this whole beet soup thing, and how when I was a little girl, my parents, God love them, we had a rule in our house that we could not get up off of from the dining table until we were finished our food. Like, it wasn't like, nowadays when people cater all different types of food to for every single person in the family. No, I grew up in a household that was very much, if it was on the table, you ate that for dinner. And if you didn't eat it for dinner or lunch or breakfast, whichever meal it was for, you had to stay there at the table until you finished it. Well, this one time, my mom cooked beets, and I thought, I am not touching those, forget about it. And I was there after about an hour. Everyone had left the table, and sure enough, Bernie's there. I don't want to eat these beets, and I'm like stubborn about it, right? And I know my parents are going to win, so it's like, all right, I'm going to eat these damn beets. So I ate the beets really fast, and I chased it with some orange juice, and as soon as I got that orange juice down, those beets and the orange juice came back out, and that was the last time my mom ever forced me to eat beets. And that is, aside from a couple times as an adult, that's really the only time I've ever eaten beets, surprisingly enough. And it's such a beautiful vegetable. It's got so many properties to it that really, I'll see you later. It's got so many properties that are really beautiful for you. It's great for blood building and for those of us who are anemic like myself. So this is great. So I'm going to just turn this off because it is really going crazy on the boil. Where are my oven mitts? Oh, they're all the way over there. Let me get these ones from over here. Okay, so not so much oven mitts, but this will do. So I'm just going to take the lid off of this and show you guys this beautiful soup that I've got going here. And actually, I'm just going to go like this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, is that not a beautiful, beautiful soup or what? Yeah, so that is ready to be pureed. So I'm going to do that now. And in the meantime, Larry, thank you so much for your comment. Larry, you say, hey, love your page. Thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly. I'm an endomorph who no longer eating carbs, or at least the bad ones, and you're going back to working out, having a workout lifestyle that works for you, but you're taking it slow. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. First of all, I got to blow my nose. Wait, I have to, this head cold, I do apologize. One sec. I do apologize. I'm back. First of all, congratulations, Larry, for taking baby steps. That is one of the strategies that I really encourage people to do, is take baby steps towards your goals. And you're doing some great baby steps. You're like, I'm an endomorph too. I'm only 5'2", so I'm short, and I'm, for lack of a better word, stocky. Let's call it curvy. I'm curvy. I build muscle mass really easily, and I also tend to gain fat and gain weight really easily, which kind of sucks, right? But at the same time, hey, it is what it is. So I totally hear you, Larry, in terms of limiting your carbs. You know, you going for complex carbohydrates like potatoes, sweet potatoes, those starchy vegetables, those are great carbs, and we need carbs in our diet. Like we really do need that. In fact, just about every meal that I have, I try to balance it with a good amount of protein, carbs, and fat. That's just been my training. That's what I know works for my body. And I definitely encourage you to experiment with that. Experiment and see what is working for you in terms of the different food groups that you're eating. I would caution people though, I hear this a lot, and trust me, I've tried it, I've done it before in any effort to significantly reduce my body weight in the past with things that, programs that have not worked and are not sustainable as a lifestyle, like the paleo, not the paleo, but the keto type diet or the Atkins diet. I've done those both. And while you do initially have a loss of body weight, it is so not good for your body to, number one, eliminate an entire food group, because guess what? That's not really living. You can't really live in the real world. At least I can't. And I know a lot of people struggle with this, and that's why it's not sustainable for me. But I can't live in a world where I can't enjoy carbs. And even complex carbs that are processed. I love bread. I love whole wheat bread. I'm actually looking at a loaf of bread on the counter right here. So having that balance is really important. And Larry, you are starting to work out again. Yay, let's hear it for Larry. That is amazing. Moving your body is so important. It creates endorphins. Give me a like or a thumbs up or a smiley emoji if you enjoy working out. Working out is so good for the body, and I get it. You know, sometimes when we're in the process of repairing our health and our nutrition, sometimes our exercise is one of those things that kind of falls by the wayside because we are busy, we're running around taking care of all the other family commitments and scheduling for our kids, or we're just working a lot, and we can tend to let our commitment to ourselves in terms of our workout really fall by the wayside if we're not careful. I know I did that. Like for 3 weeks, I wasn't at yoga these past 3 weeks. And last night, you know, interestingly enough, after my first day of doing my healthy mind and body mindset course with my company. So I just started this amazing healthy mind and body course, and you know, it was just that one thing that I needed to get back into my workout mode, because one of the components that we have to that I had to answer on and rate for myself for that day, for yesterday, was how I felt about my fitness, and did I move my body, and did I work out? And I had to rate myself at a 1. I mean, I should have rated myself at a 0, but there was no 0. But I rated myself as a 1, and as the day wore on, I was looking at that and I was thinking, not happy with that. Not happy with that at all, Berns. So, you know, I really encourage you to keep on going with your workout goals and taking it slow. Man, when I first started, before I started my big transformation program that I did 3 years ago, my coach at the time said, in the month leading up to our program, she suggested that I just get outside and start walking 20 minutes a day, let it stretch into 30. Before I knew it, I was up to an hour where I was just walking, and it was a beautiful meditative process as well, where I was really noticing things, looking for things to appreciate on my walk. And it's interesting as well, because at that time I was single and I was really trying to manifest a beautiful relationship, which I have done now with my amazing boyfriend, Dali, who just means the world to me. So it was a really interesting time to really get reconnected with myself. So it wasn't just about me starting to exercise to transform my body, but it was almost like a walking meditation, which I really, really, really enjoyed, and which I strongly encourage you to do as well. So Larry, let me know, what are you doing in terms of your workouts? Let me know what you're doing. And anybody else that's watching as well. Question of the day is right here. What do you struggle most when it comes to your health goals? Let me know in the comments, because it's by you guys sharing and opening up what you're doing when I ask a question or whatever. But we're co-creating the Berns Show. I hope you guys realize that. You are part of creating something that I have 100% knowing is going to be a big thing. It's already a big thing because I know so many of you have benefited. I know I've benefited. Oh my God, I posted about this on my wall today, on my personal wall, and I think I'm going to share the post to the Berns Show page. Every time I do one of these Facebook Live videos, it pushes me to get out of my comfort zone. It pushes me to really and truly own my gifts that I'm giving to the world, which is to really inspire. It's to entertain, it's to inspire, it's to help you with your breakthrough moments, it's to uplift the world. And you guys are all part of that, right? I could talk just what's going on in my head, and that's fine. I think I have some good perspective to share, but it's so much more fun when I co-create with you. So I really invite you to ask me your questions. Give me your comments and your feedback. Let's make this a really fun experience where we're creating the Berns Show together. We're co-creating the Berns Show together. And in the process, this is the best part, in the process, we are co-creating your beautiful life together. Me and you and everybody watching. So let's see this again. Oh, and if you're watching on the replay, I want you also to not be afraid to comment. I am going to be going through all of the comments and really using this tool that we have with the Facebook Lives and eventually as well YouTube Lives to really build up a library of topics that are relevant for you guys, because that's what I want to do. I want to serve you. And the best way I can do that is if you share. And so Larry, you said here, no keto diet or extreme diet. Awesome. I just take it slow. I like to work twice a week just for getting myself back, but got to go. You are beautiful. Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you so much for your input. I hope that you are able to jump on later and catch this on the replay, where I will also be having subtitles scrolling across the bottom. So make sure that if you are jumping on and then jumping off, take the time to follow, set your notifications up so that you can see when the Berns Show comes live. And also share this. If you've gotten any value from this at all and you want to share this with somebody that you think will benefit, please do me a solid and share this either on your page or private message or however you feel comfortable. All right, so let's get to blending this beautiful soup, because it's time. This soup is ready. It has been, I started it last night. So I'm making a roasted beet and potato soup. I'm just going to bring it over to here. I don't want to put that on that because I like that. I like that cutting board a little too much. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so we have right here our roasted beet and potato soup that I started yesterday. And this is hopefully going to turn out really good. I actually cheated and I had a little taste of it, and it is really good. And for somebody who has a serious, long-standing aversion to beets, that's saying something. So I know that it's going to be really good. So I have my handy dandy immersion blender right here. And this is an awesome tool. If any of you, I'm sure a lot of you have something similar to this, but I love this tool. Now, the challenge will be to not splash it all over my gorgeous backsplash, and to, to just, I'm gonna splash. I'm too lazy to put it into my blender. Oh my gosh, and my big blender broke a little while ago, so I need to replace it. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and blend. Oh, I'm getting splashed. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So this soup is made with some beautiful roasted beets that I pre-roasted in the oven, and some beautiful roasted potatoes. And I am just really carefully blending this up. Hey, what I'm thinking of doing in terms of the Berns Show, guys, I know, Corrine, I wish you could taste it too. It really is good. Hey, Natalie, thank you so much for popping in. Natalie, you would love this soup, girl. This is, actually, I made it with chicken stock, but I gotta tell you, you can make this vegan really, really easy just by using water or vegetable stock in place of the chicken stock. So I'm just going really slowly in terms of blending this up, because I don't want to get splattered with beet soup. I probably will. Oh my gosh, and it's so bright and beautifully red. Yeah, so I actually, I roasted off, I started this soup last night on last night's episode of The Berns Show here on Facebook, and it really is beautiful. It's a beautiful thick soup, nice and hearty for my hardworking construction worker, for when he comes home from work, and when my daughter Kaya comes home from school, which will be probably any minute. But one of the beautiful things about making your own soup like this, I got splattered. One of the beautiful things about making your own soup like this is you can really make it exactly the way you want to do it. So I started with a very basic recipe. I love All Recipes, that website, by the way. I love that website. And I basically I started out wanting to make this as a borscht, as a really traditional Eastern European borscht. But that's going to have to be for another day, because I all of the borscht recipes that I found were like really complicated and long, and I thought, I'm not feeling that. But I was feeling doing a roasted beet and potato soup, and I'm just going to quickly finish blending this up and try not to splash myself anymore, because that shit is hot. And no, I can't find my apron. I don't know where my apron is, which is fine. So yeah, so this is beautiful. I'm just blending it up with my immersion blender. And I might do this as well afterwards in my regular stand blender to get it really super smooth, but this is okay as it is like this. I am not unhappy with that at all. So one of the things I was thinking of last night, thanks Nat, it is going to be delicious. One of the things that I was thinking of last night was really doing my show as a cooking show. So I thought, I wonder if there's any other shows on Facebook or on YouTube that do a cooking show combining life coaching. So like cooking something up on the stove while we cook something up really good for our lives. And I just thought, while I love sitting at my desk in my office, which is, where's my office? Right over there. I really, cooking is really my forte. It's really one of the things that I love to do. And I'm such a busy entrepreneur. I'm a life coach, a breakthrough specialist, law of attraction breakthrough specialist, and I'm a health and nutrition coach. And oftentimes I don't even have time to do my own cooking for my family. So I thought, you know what? This is kind of not a bad gig to kind of combine the two things and sort of make this a fun cooking show, because I'm a pretty badass cook, if I may say so myself. So here is my puree. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it looks like that. Oh, I like it. It tastes good. It tastes like beets, which is a good thing. Who knew? Oh yeah, that's really good. Give me 1 second. Okay, so to my beet, and I do apologize for the blowing of the nose, but I've been struggling to get through this cold, and it's almost done. Okay, so to this, I'm going to add just a little bit of dried thyme. And thyme is beautiful. Thyme is one of those seasonings that really reminds me of my mom, because we used it a lot in our cooking in Trinidad. Garlic pork. So some of the things that I'm thinking of for the Berns cooking show are like bread and pasta. I make the most amazing bread and pasta. If any of you are on here, my local friends who know me and who've eaten at my home and who I haven't killed too many people, I don't think, through my food. Kidding, I haven't killed anybody. But if you've ever had the beautiful pleasure of eating my homemade pasta, that is something, seriously, I blow my own mind when I think about my pasta. I'm going to add a little bit more salt to this. So I'm going to get my pink Himalayan sea salt. And yeah, I'm going to add a couple more interesting things. So just a little bit of salt, because I've already salted it before. And this is really exciting, because I have so many recipe ideas to cook for you guys, because I got to cook for my family. I may as well kind of get two birds with one stone. I'm a smeller. I smell everything. Anybody else out there smellers of things? This is vinegar, and I'm just adding just a little bit, because I kind of want to have it this almost like a sweet and sour type of soup. And to the sweet end, I am using just a little bit of pure Canadian maple syrup. So any of our international friends, American or overseas, you guys know the beauty of our Canadian maple syrup, right? It is like thebomb.com. So I'm just going to stir that in. I'm actually obviously not cooking at this point. I'm just finishing the soup off, and I brought it over here so that it's a little bit closer to my camera, just to see, so that you guys can see a little bit more what I'm doing. But this is really a beautiful bright red soup. Oh my gosh, it's not that velvety right now, but it will be, because I think after this show I'm going to put it into my stand blender and blend it up. Oh, that tastes really good. That tastes really, really yummy. I think I like beets now. Oh my gosh, Mom, I think I like beets. This is so cool. I think it can use a little bit more salt though. So salt is one of those things that I do like cooking with, but I tend not to, I try to not overuse it, but I think it's really good for bringing out the flavor in your food. So let me just add a little bit more salt. So yeah, guys, listen. So if you are still watching, and some of you are, which is awesome, thank you so much. I want to really ask one more time if there's anybody, and even if you're watching on the replay, let me know what are some of your biggest struggles with your weight. Is it, or your health goals? Is it that, you know, you're just feeling overwhelmed? There's so much information out there. There's so much information, and how do you make sense of all of the information? How do you make sense of it all, right? To apply certain tools and techniques so that you have more energy, or that you perform better when you're at whatever sport that you're doing. There's so much information out there, and there's so much, it can get really confusing. Like, it can be really overwhelming. I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar because it's not quite as tart as I would like it. So yeah, let me know, what are some of your biggest health concerns or concerns when it comes to sort of transforming your health to what you really want it to be? Let me know, because I can so totally relate. I have struggled with getting, you know, a good sense of my health under control. I've struggled for a lifetime in a body that I wasn't proud of and that I didn't really love or like at the time. So I totally understand, like, where you guys are coming from. I totally hear you when I see you guys on your Facebook page and you're struggling with, you know, having to over caffeinate yourself to get through the day. Like, your energy is so low that you're so many of us are so incredibly addicted to the caffeine. I mean, I'm going to out my boyfriend here, but Dali was really seriously addicted to Red Bull. Like a real serious daily addiction. And it was because he wasn't taking care of his nutrition throughout the day. I mean, he's a construction worker, and you'd think, you know, you need a lot of energy. Anyhow, when we started him on my nutrition program, he was able to stop his addiction to Red Bull instantly. And he's had better energy. He looks better. He looks more incredible than ever. Although he always looked amazing, now he's like really, really, I like it. Anyhow, I'm going to taste my soup again. That is a perfect beet soup. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I wanted to thank Andrea. Andrea Burnand is one of my friends in England, and she's with our company as well, and they're killing it over in England. If I have any British friends, oh my gosh, did I just see that? I think I just saw Ginger. Did you just offer me your blender? I'll take it. Sold. Thank you. So what was I saying now? Oh yeah, Andrea and I were chatting, and we were talking about how I was doing with my health, with my liver surgery that I had, I don't know, in August the 16th, I think. But we were talking about that, and I was mentioning that I'm anemic. I've always been anemic, and it's just one of those things that I'm always working on improving. And she recommended eating more beets, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna put that down as one of my goals. This was, I don't know, a couple months ago, maybe. I was chatting with her, video chatting. And it's funny how when we store, this is another mindset tip for you guys, all right? When we set a goal in our mind, or even a desire, an intention to do something, it's amazing how we sort of can tap into that, even if it's a month or 2 months or 6 months or a year down the road, which is why I love what I do here on the Berns Show, because I really feel like I'm planting little seeds for you and for myself, because I learn and I life coach myself through these chats. But it was funny because I was like, I put it there. I said to Andrea, yes, I need to have more beets in my diet. And as I mentioned earlier, beets is one of the one of the few vegetables I can't stand until now, right? At the time I told her that, and I said, I'm going to try to make it happen. And I put it on the back burner, but I knew that it was an active goal that I wanted. And then last week I saw beets on sale in the grocery, and I was like, awesome, let's buy these beets and let's try something. So I love that that's my first recipe that I'm doing. You don't have to stay stuck in your childhood memories and childhood stories that we were brought up with. So my childhood story around beets is that I didn't like them and that they made me barf, because that's what happened the one time that I had to eat beets. So I kind of kept that with me. I kept that story tagging along with me. Every time I saw beets or thought of beets or saw beets served, I was like, oh, I don't like those. Those make me throw up, or those taste gross, or whatever, fill in the blank, negative, right? So that's why I love doing the Berns Show, because I'm hoping to sort of have some of these concepts sort of resonate with you guys. Give me a thumbs up or a like. Hit the like button, the emoji button. Hit the like button like I'm going to do right now. Oh, I'm liking my own video. Oh, wait, I'm going to love my own video. Hit the like or love button if this is resonating with you, and if you're kind of taking this in and going, yeah, I could see that. That could be something that I could kind of work on. Let me know. And you know what? Nobody knows that you liked or loved it. And even if they do, share this. Let people know. There's nothing wrong with tuning into the Berns Show. In fact, at a certain point, it's going to be kind of weird. What? You're not on the Berns Show? You're not a co-host on the Berns Show? So welcome Yolanda. Yolanda, you just said, and welcome Yolanda to the Berns Show. Thank you so much for viewing. And thank you so much for co-creating this with us right now with your question. This is beautiful. Yolanda, your biggest concern is not eating enough and that you often forget to eat. Oh my gosh, this has to be one of the most common things that I hear with people who are struggling with their weight, who are finding that their energy is dragging and dropping off during the day. This definitely has to be one of those things that is most common. And it is most, this is why I made my protein shake into a beautiful warm latte. This is a pumpkin spice and mint chocolate chip latte. Yeah, it's a full meal. And why I love this kind of program and what I do with my meals is that it takes the guesswork out of eating enough and out of just doing it. Because I'm so busy, I could easily have come on the show right now and not have had my lunch, because my brain gets going and I'm busy and I'm excited and I'm doing so many things and I'm on the go. And the old me was really stuck in large part because I wasn't nourishing my body on time and consistently. It's like, Yolanda, let me know if this resonates with you and makes any sense for you. But it's like you're building a bonfire. It's like you're building a bonfire, and you're going to get the best, most sustained, most beautiful, glowing, fired up, hot fire with wood that's really well conditioned, it's dry, it's really good quality, and you're putting the wood on the fire all the time. As it starts to dwindle down, what do? You put more wood on the fire, right? That fire is like your metabolism. And the wood is like the food and the fuel that you're putting into your fire, into your metabolism. So think about it. If you put not very well cured wood that's wet onto your fire, what's going to happen? your fire is burning beautifully hot and bright, right? And you put wet firewood, not very good fuel, onto your fire, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to your fire? It's going to die down. It's going to start throwing up a lot of smoke. It's not going to burn as efficiently because the wood is not good fuel, right? It's the same thing with our bodies. When we eat a lot of junk food, stuff that's really not properly designed to be metabolized by our body, stuff that is just crap. When we put that on our fire, I'm glad this is making sense for you, because when I first heard of this analogy, I thought, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. I mean, it wasn't till years later that I was able to really get it on a physical level, because I started actually doing this. It wasn't until years later that I was able to really get it. But once I got it, I really got it. And it's the same thing. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to take this fat burner, or I'm going to take that supplement, or I'm going to do this or that crazy whatever is being sold in Popeyes or GNC or whatever nutrition company, and I'm going to lose weight, right? We've all done it. I've done the diet pills. I've been there, done that crazy shit. And what that's like in terms of the fire analogy, and let me just have a sip of my lunch here. What that's like, the diet pills, the the stimulant stuff that is going to fire up your metabolism in a very chemical sort of way, that is like throwing fire starter, fuel starter on your fire. Yes, initially you get this whoosh of flame, this whoosh of energy on your fire, but after that burns off, you're back down to usually a fire that's smoldering again, because you're still putting on stuff that's not serving your body, right? So eating enough, eating regularly every 2 to 3 hours, this is what I have found has been pivotal and hugely successful for myself as well as my clients who are on my nutritional program. And it's not just about weight loss, right? It's about fueling our bodies so that we have more energy, guys, so that we have more energy. Like seriously, sometimes I'm amazed at how much energy I have, considering that I'm 52 years old, considering how much I used to drag my ass all over town as recently as 8 months ago before I started this program. So it doesn't matter what size packaging you come in. It's all about the energy that you're able to put into your body, and it's all about how you're able to have the really truly super clean internal health, so that the food and the fuel that you put into your body can be utilized by your body in the best way. It's like that fire. Do you see how that all works together? It's like that fire. So Yolanda, thank you so much for bringing that up. That's one of the best questions for this type of show, because it's exactly what so many of us are struggling with. Like, so many of us are struggling with energy. We're dragging our asses. We're needing to have, double shots of espresso throughout the day in order to get to the end of the afternoon. And a big part of that is because we're crashing from too much sugar. We're not fueling our body the right way, right from the moment that we wake up. We're not supplementing our bodies with stuff that's really there to serve us. All right. So I hope that was helpful. So let me know, guys, if you have any other questions as well, because this is what I love about the Berns Show. I love how co-creative we can get with this. So I think I touched on a few things that I had reflected back on last night. And Yolanda, you are saying, is mini meals throughout the day necessary if you are going to eat more good fats instead of mostly carbs and proteins? So I want to say, first of all, I love eating. Thank you so much. I really, truly do appreciate it. Hey, Tammy, thank you so much for popping in as well. So yeah, Yolanda, mini meals throughout the day. So what I do, here's my breakdown for how I eat. First of all, I want to say, intermittent fasting is amazing. I want to talk about that as well. That is an amazing benefit, and it is one of the cornerstones of what our program is based on. But we take intermittent fasting, and our company has actually been doing an intermittent fasting type program for 15 years. I mean, intermittent fasting has just sort of come on into the social nomenclature or social norms within the last few years. But intermittent fasting that our program involves is really amazing. It's beautiful because it's also we combine a cleanse program in addition to the fasting. So, hey, Michelle, thank you so much for popping in as well. So the intermittent fasting is incredibly beneficial. I'll touch on that first, and then I'm going to go back to Yolanda's question about the mini meals and eating a good combination of awesome fats and proteins and carbs, okay? So one of the beautiful things that just sets our program apart from so many others is that we have a cleansing component. Now, this isn't a juice cleanse. It's not just the type of thing where you just, it's not a poopy cleanse. So it's not a cleanse where you're just pooping out a lot and therefore losing a lot of water weight. This is a real cellular cleanse. And part of that involves giving our digestive system a break. And in order for our toxins to be cleared out of our system, we need to give the intestines and the digestive system a break so that the toxic clearing can happen in the best way. We have a series of botanical extracts that we use. It's all so amazing, but it takes intermittent fasting to another level. Let's put it that way. I was doing intermittent fasting before. Oh, and for people that don't know, let me clarify, what is intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting is where you give your digestive system a break by not eating for a specific window of time. Most of us have during the night a period of time where we don't eat. That's that fasting window. And when we wake up in the morning, a lot of us have breakfast or breaking our fast. That's what breakfast means. We break the fast that we have been on for the last 8, 10, whatever hours. And when I first heard about intermittent fasting and I first started doing it, I was doing pretty good. I was eating, let's see, my last meal of the day would be 8 or 9 o'clock, and then my next meal of the day would be 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And I loved it. I had a lot of energy from it. But what I do realize, and I know, is that I kind of used the eating window. I wasn't doing my eating window properly. The stuff I was putting in my body wasn't serving me. So the nice thing about our program that we do now with intermittent fasting, it's just more structured and it's easier to do. So intermittent fasting is awesome. It is, you can Google, research that till the cows come home. Is that the times that you fast as well? That's amazing. So the real important thing for you and for anybody who does intermittent fasting is to be really careful about what your nutrition is when you are going back into your eating window. And the nice thing that I love about our program and our system, what we're doing, is that it's just foolproof in terms of ensuring that you're getting all of your proteins, carbs, and fats in the right quantities at the right timing. Timed nutrition is a big thing for your body responding beautifully to your intermittent fasting routine. Our intermittent fasting routine as well, what I love about it, which I wasn't doing previously, when I was doing my intermittent fasting routine is that it's got all of these synergistic ingredients and properties that have been scientifically tested and formulated to really work in my body so that it's supported. So my fasting period, I usually do either a 1-day fast or 2 back-to-back fasting days, and it's nutritionally and cellularly supported. It's just amazing. Usually I do a double fast on Thursday and Friday, and I'll be doing that tomorrow and Friday, and I love it because I have so much more energy. So I hope that was helpful for you, Anna. And thank you so much again, Anna. You were a superstar co-host on my show last night. I really appreciate that so much. That show was amazing. I know we have a similar kind of lag today, and I think the reason for that might be because I started the show with my video clip. So I'm going to try the next show that I do. I'm not going to run that video clip at the very beginning. But I'm pretty sure that that's what's slowing me down. No, seriously, Anna, you were amazing. I really loved it, and I really appreciate that, because me just talking to myself is fine, but me co-creating and helping you with whatever questions that you have, like this one right here, where I'm asking, what do you struggle the most when it comes to your health goals? I think this is really helping to create a better Berns Show experience for you. So I so appreciate that. It's much better today. You're doing awesome. Oh, is it? Okay, great. But I'm still going to try to do it without the video intro so that it's not laggy. It's funny because last night, and by the way, I'm still getting back to your question, Yolanda. I hope you're still here. Last night, I was mentioning this before you tuned in, Anna. Last night, I was laying in bed. It was like 2 a.m. Well, this morning, not last night. Dali was sleeping away next to me, like snoozing, like snoring. He was like having the best sleep, and I couldn't sleep. So what did I do? I was like, let me check out how the Berns Show went. Let me check out and see the replay of the Berns Show. And you know what? I really liked it, even though when I got off of that recording, I thought, oh shit, that was so laggy for the whole thing. At least the voice part wasn't laggy, but I kind of liked how everything looked on it. I thought, I think I'm onto something. I think I'm gonna always do the Berns Show as a cooking combined with life coaching. So yeah, all right. So just to touch on Yolanda, you had a question as well. So Yolanda, your question was, is mini meals throughout the day necessary if you are eating more good fats instead of mostly carbs and protein? Yes, mini meals throughout the day are really where it's at. So any fitness professional, anybody who has done a really successful body transformation that has been a sustainable lifestyle, it's understood that it's better for our bodies if we break up our meals into 5 or 6 meals throughout the day, right? Makes a total sense, because our body can really only process a certain amount of proteins, carbs, and fats. That's just how it is at one particular sitting, at one particular meal. And if you're going about doing this in a really smart and intelligent way, and I really encourage you guys to think about doing this in a smart and intelligent way, because this body that we have is a smart and intelligent body, so why not treat it as the perfect machine and perfect tool that it is, right? Feeding it in the quantities of food that it can successfully process at one point in time, at any point in time, is really, really smart, and it's the right thing to do. For the average person, for the average body, what I have found for myself as well is that a meal that consists approximately of 20 to 25 grams of protein, 20 to 25 grams of carbohydrates, and about 5 grams of fat is the ideal mini meal that my body can process. It's like that perfect amount of perfectly conditioned, perfectly dried wood that I'm putting on my fire, to go back to that fire analogy that I talked about earlier. Isn't that brilliant? The body knows that when I feed it 25 grams of protein, 25 grams of really solid, great complex carbohydrates, and 5 grams of fat on average, it knows what to do with that. It goes, oh my God, Berns is feeding me some awesome fuel in the perfect quantities. I can get to work on this. It's just gonna fire me up. And that little mini meal fires me up for about 2 to 3 hours. When I do it all over again, it's like feeding that fire in a consistent way, not overloading the fire and not underfeeding the fire with junk. It's a perfectly portioned meal. So that's why I love what I'm doing now with my program. It just makes it so easy to get the perfect macronutrient balance into my body. So macronutrient, what that means is how much protein, carbs, and fat is in that meal. That's the macronutrients. That's where our calorie count comes from. I don't count calories, I don't track, and I don't count my macros anymore, but I have a general sense, a general idea of proteins, carbs, and fats that I'm eating. I don't get too crazy hung up on it. I don't, like I used to when I did my first body transformation, but that is just not where it is at for me in terms of a healthy lifestyle that I can actually maintain. All right, I hope that makes sense for you. Corinne, thank you so much for watching, honey. I love you so much, and I'm so appreciative that you were here today. And yeah, you got to try this soup recipe. This is an awesome soup recipe. So for those of you who are just tuning in late to the show, I made a beautiful pureed roasted beet and tomato and potato soup. And it came out so good, and I'm so grateful that I did that, because now I don't hate beets anymore. I feel like a big girl. Let's see. Yolanda, I hope that's helpful for you. So just to touch again on the main points from today, having a really positive, healthy mindset when you are trying to transform your health and sort of get your energy back to where it should be, where you're trying to really live a vibrant life. It's really important that you start with a healthy mindset, because without that, like, you're just working against yourself. It is so important. Oh, and the one thing that I do want to remind you guys of and show you, I have something for you. Check this out. I have been busy this weekend creating this little video right over here that shows how to like, how to follow, and how to share, and how to set your notifications right there so that you can always see when the Berns Show goes live. So definitely when you have time, please feel free to like the Berns Show page, to follow, and to get your notifications, but also share this page with people, with anybody that you think will benefit from it as well, because this is all about sharing the knowledge and sharing the love and sharing the inspiration to help all of us live a better, healthier, more beautiful, more deliberately creative life, because we can create the life that we want. We can create the body that we want, and we really owe it to ourselves to do that, because this is the only body that we have. most of us struggle on a regular basis with trying to get a handle on our energy, our weight, our overall health. Our overall happiness is so tied to this whole weight thing, right? To this whole health thing. So I really encourage you guys to keep on working towards having a positive feeling about yourself. Keep on working towards taking those baby steps, those small incremental steps, whether it's drinking a little bit more water, which honestly, I've had one of these mugs of my happy juice. That's what we call it. We have this amazing supplement here called Ionic Supreme that is just beautiful, packed with Siberian ginseng. I gotta tell you guys, this is like the best shit ever. There's a reason why we call this the game changer, but it is so good. Like, it's got wolfberry and stuff I can't pronounce, but I have research. It's all good stuff. It's got maca. It's got Siberian ginseng. It's got ashwagandha. It's got stuff that I can't pronounce. But it's got some really amazing herbal stuff in it. And it's also got your niacin, vitamin B6, zinc, B2, thiamine, ginger, B12, folate. It's so good. So anyhow, I've had, in terms of my water intake, because this is one of the things that I'm so trying to work on. My water intake is not the most stellar, and it is one of those things that I'm constantly trying to increase. So I've had one of these with my Ionic Supreme. I've had my shake. I'm counting that as part of my water. And I try to have 2 or 3 of these bad boys. This is 25 ounces of water. So I try to pee a lot. I try to drink a lot of water. I try to keep myself hydrated and lubricated on the inside. And it's good to be lubricated, y'all. It makes a flippin' difference. I'm telling you, for a lot of reasons. Yeah, you can figure out the rest of that. So anyhow, I'm enjoying my pumpkin spice mint chocolate latte, which is pretty much my lunch meal, which is pretty much frigging amazing. And so thank you so much, guys, for watching the Berns Show with me and for co-creating another awesome show. I've really enjoyed this immensely. I will post the recipe for my beet soup, and I hope that you guys tune in again soon. I'll probably be on again tomorrow because I want to make, or maybe later, we'll see how it goes. I have an interview right now with Tim Starr to do a little podcast sort of interview for a new book that he is writing. So I'm very excited about that. All about decisions and making decisions and how to make decisions and all of that fun kind of stuff. So I will be heading out. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in and for watching. And I want to encourage you all to like and follow The Berns Show. Thank you all so much. I love you, and I'll see you again soon.